Sometimes lost in the shuffle of all that is Colby Covington, we don't talk enough about just how elite a welterweight this is. Realized the UFC interim welterweight title back in the day, and he's a guy who many people believe on any given Saturday night, he can be the top 170-pound fighter in the world.
Absolutely, and it's the work ethic. It's the work ethic of Colby Covington that stands out. When I was at Oklahoma State as a coach, we wanted to recruit Colby Covington out of junior college because he was such a phenomenal workhorse. Everybody recognized it from day one, and when you watch it in his approach to his fights, he fights that very same way. He's in your face, he's grabbing you, he's punching you, he's taking you down, and he'll even stand and strike and throw big shots with you as the fight progresses. Don't mistake the talk for a guy that cannot back it up with actions. Colby Covington is a savage.
Fear is not a factor for Colby Chaos Covington. Well, if you're just getting into fighting and you're looking for a fighter to support, you can do worse than Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Really a guy who's easy to root for and coming off some of the biggest wins of his career recently.
He is starting to get everything right. For as long as Jorge Masvidal has been in this game, you always had the feeling that there was still work to be done in order to truly reach his optimal form. I feel like now he's finally getting it. And people overlook the fighter's mentality of Jorge Masvidal. We talk about Kimbo Slice in the back there fighting, but Jorge Masvidal was right next to him.
Right.
He was back there fighting just for the sake of fighting, and he has done that in the octagon, and now he's finally putting it all together as he tries to make his way to a UFC title fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 17 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Colby Chaos Covington. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer holding a professional record of 35 wins, 16 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal.
All right, commit to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, go back to your corners, come out.
The fighters touch him up.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1, and when you have what looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler, it doesn't always play out that way, but given what these fighters said to us on Thursday, the game plan seemed pretty good.
They're very clear game plans, but which one of them is able to implement the game plan most effectively? The grappler will try to get forward, get close, try to secure takedowns. He's even willing to pull guard to make sure that he is in the grappling situation. The striker needs to stay at space. The striker needs to maintain distance and fight behind that beautiful jab he possesses. Massive elbow from the clinch.
Man, he's
hurt. He's hurt bad.
Well, he's up, but he is hurting for certain. The finish could come at any time. Oh, straight right. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Oh, how good is this? 1 minute into the fight, and we got a full-on brawl.
These guys said that they were going to point this to the octagon and they were going to fight. Did I believe them? No. So right now, I am so wrong. They are doing exactly what they said.
Yeah, shades of Max Holloway against Ricardo Lamas back in the day. And he landed the right hand there. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Another punch to the head. He's really turning every part of himself into those strikes to the head.
Oh, big knee to the body. That'll soften him up.
Oh.
All right, so once again, the fighters engage in the clinch. We'll see who will have the upper hand here, champ.
There are so many options. What a wrestler. That was an amazing takedown.
Hey, finally gets the takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but finally that shot was good enough to get his opponent down.
I don't know how many times, John, I could have watched this guy shoot takedown attempts without securing one. It's almost like out of pity. You feel good for him to finally get it done. Now what does he do with this top control?
Under 3 minutes remain in round one. Looking for a guillotine.
He's attacked guillotine.
He might get a finish here. Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the Von Flue choke will be there. Open St. Preux has got to like that transition there. Somehow stays in the fight. All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position, start shoving that knee through, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you need to be anticipating, you need to be framing, you need to be moving, looking for opportunities to either reverse the position or get back to your feet.
Lands the grounded pound strike here. So we pull up the numbers for you here. How about this, DC? 34 total strikes have found the mark for Jorge Gamebred Masvidal.
His opponent's got him in the clinch. He needs to break away and get back to his range because he's taking punch after punch from his clinch position.
Gamebred gets the tie clinch here.
Nice move with punch.
Oh, single collar tie here. Well, for years, Tyron Woodley.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down.
Gets up again here, but hurt.
Every time these guys come together, man, you just hear the punches and everything landing. Both very powerful, very explosive.
So both fighters here continuing to try to get a more dominant position. Well, not much of a setup there. Misses with the left hook.
Nice.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Look at those weapons. Look at how he uses his knees to the body. Beautiful takedown from the land.
All right, so he gets the takedown late in the round here, DC. We'll see what he can do with it.
Timed it perfect. This will leave an impression in the judge's mind. And as his opponent, now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look for him to transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. He needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch his chest.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so a big knockdown for him courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage it.
All right, DC, here we go with the start of our second round. Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. And that man, Colby Covington.
Oh, nice right hand.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, nice strike man, there it lands.
Now he's trying to chase down that finish.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively. That'll do it!
Holy smokes! What a fight!
Again, the winner here was so aggressive with his onslaught that ultimately appeared as though the outcome was an eventuality, so if you're the referee, you got to protect the fighter, and I thought he did a good job of doing just that. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moments, you got to show up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliano calls a stop to this contest at 25 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jorge Masvidal.